open on the hallway to the golden elevator to the timekeepers. A dissolve leads us through the room of the fallen timekeepers and to the void, the area where Loki woke up in the mid-credits scene of the last episode. He is informed by another Loki variant that they must escape Alioth. Sylvie takes Ravonna down to the courtroom and demands her tempad. Ravonna tells Sylvie that Loki is still alive. She explains the existence of the void as a purgatory-ish dimension where the pruning devices send everything. She claims it to be located at the end of time, and that nothing comes back from there. Ravonna asks Sylvie to trust her, and Sylvie gives her back the tempad. In the void, Loki is trying to make sense of his environment and surroundings. More variants appear, including an alligator with a Loki crown. Loki suggests a plan to escape, but his variants tell him that's impossible. As they continue along, the kid Loki is identified as the leader, having caused a Nexus event by killing Thor. They arrive at a bomb shelter, where the variants show Loki their home. At the TVA, Ravonna has Miss Minutes access time records to learn about the founding of the TVA. Sylvie changes her mind to see about the end of time, which Ravonna reminds her is just the void. Sylvie proposes an idea to go past the void. Miss Minutes asks Ravonna about the void spacecraft, which Ravonna says is still in prototype. Several Minutemen barge into the room. In order to escape, Sylvie prunes herself. In the shelter, boastful Loki tells of how he defeated Captain America and Iron Man. Classic Loki tells the story of how he was able to cast an illusion of himself so real. Even Thanos believed it as he snapped his neck. He then found a planet where he lived alone, until his loneliness brought up a desire to see his brother Thor. But trying to leave the planet set off a Nexus event. Loki asks the four if they ever encountered a woman variant. They have not. He tells them that she wants to take down the TVA and attempts to rally them to help. But they all laugh. Loki decides to leave on his own. He is confronted by many more variants, including another Tom Hiddleston as President Loki. Sylvie awakens inside an abandoned van. She escapes it as Alioth approaches. While using her magic to see a vision, she hears a horn and notices a car being driven and is picked up by Mobius. In the shelter, President Loki and boastful Loki have a brief standoff for control of the Loki army and the throne, before Gator Loki bites off President Loki's right hand. There is a battle royale among the variants, and our Loki does his best to stay out of it. Loki follows classic Kid and Gator Lokis through a portal while the rest duke it out. The variants talk about how they are arrested by the TVA anytime they try to improve their lives for a good greater than themselves. In the car, Mobius and Sylvie discuss their circumstances. Sylvie proposes that she and Mobius confront Alioth. They watch as it effortlessly takes out a Navy battleship and its crew that appear in the void. The car approaches, and Loki immediately sees Sylvie and Mobius. The variants join them and discuss the plan. Sylvie suggests, rather than kill Alioth, that she enchant it. At the TVA, Ravonna uses her tempad to open a prison cell holding B-15. She asks B-15 what drives the Sylvie variant. B-15 tells her that it is revenge and that she is seeking the power that lies at the end of time. She scolds Ravonna for not acknowledging that the timekeepers are fake and for not wanting her help to find who is behind this. Ravonna leaves her. She pulls up Miss Minutes and orders all files on the founding of the TVA. In the void, Mobius discusses his predicament upon returning to the TVA with the Loki variants. Loki and Sylvie talk about their Nexus event. They awkwardly discuss personal relationships. Sylvie asks Loki how she knows Loki won't betray her. He tells her that he has betrayed everyone who ever loved him. He admits to knowing what he did, and that he will not do it again. Loki asks Sylvie what she will do when all this is over. Both confess they do not know, but Loki proposes they figure it out together. As Alioth approaches, the Lokis watch on while Mobius asks what the next move is. Sylvie tells him that when it touched her, she was able to link with it just long enough to see that Alioth knows the secrets of the TVA. If she can link to it, maybe she can enchant it. Kid Loki gives ours a golden short sword with a back scabbard. Classic Loki leaves with the Kid and Gator. Mobius opens a time panel. Mobius offers a handshake, but Loki goes for the hug, thanking him. The two Lokis approach Alioth. Classic Loki takes one last look before continuing on. Alioth draws closer to the Lokis. Loki agrees to distract Alioth so that Sylvie will be able to enchant it. As Alioth begins to attack Sylvie, classic Loki recreates an illusion of Asgard so the two can get away. Marveling at his power, the Lokis realize they are more powerful than they realize. Sylvie tells Loki that he can enchant Alioth as well, because they are the same. Alioth attempts to bite through the illusion, to no avail, but Sylvie and Loki are able to touch it long enough for Loki to get the hang of the mind control enchantment. As Alioth closes in on classic Loki, he laughs as the monster devours him. As it turns to approach Loki and Sylvie, the two complete their enchantment. They open a portal to a building and walk through.